Dragonburger, and I'm here with a new series of Skyrim. And what I did in my previous 3 or so series of Skyrim is I downloaded basically every mod I saw, which was a lot of fun for a while, and it resulted in a lot of good and a lot of bad mod reviews. But this time I'm doing something different. I carefully planned each one to make the game both lore friendly and balanced. However, there were a couple mods that I just could not live without, so I'm just only going to use them in specific contexts so that I don't have to worry about breaking the lore too much. So, I guess you could call this lore bending. But in any case, the original plan for Skyrim was to make the whole world super snowy, and you may notice that Riften is pretty snowy right here. It's not currently snowing, but it is snowy. And that is because I got the Winter Overhaul mod, which was deleted off the mod page, so I had to find a random download, and as a result, I'm not sure if I can show you the link to that random download. But in any case, what I'm doing here is this is episode 0, and in episode 0, I'm just explaining the mods I have. That's all I'm doing.
Yes?
That's the only thing I'm doing. So, here I am. Now, I've got my character designed already. She looks very different depending on the light level. But in any case, I've got my character designed. I'm going to be doing full role-playing, not breaking character, next episode. But for now, I'm just explaining the mods. So if you have any questions about what mods I'm using, feel free to ask. So then you're going to notice all the colorful lanterns. Well, that is because of the Holidays mod that gives a bunch of... Either these holidays are taken from the Skyrim/Elder Scrolls lore, or they were made up and then just make sense for Skyrim lore. In any case, so it's not like Halloween and Christmas, it's like unique holidays that are unique to Skyrim. So that's the case there. And then you're also going to notice that maybe... what's it called? Right, JK's Skyrim, which redoes every single hold in several villages in Skyrim to make them look much nicer. So as you can see, it's more immersive because of this fish crane. Because would you really carry a bunch of barrels of fish up these steps? No! You'd use a crane. And because of... And there are similar things like River Run has a water wheel, and all the stores have more boxes by them to show that they actually have stock. And the most important mod I have installed is, however, Requiem. Now, Requiem is a mod that changes a little bit of everything and a lot of other things. So, combat is completely different. If you run out of stamina, you're probably going to die. Bows are super strong, and as a result, there's a special perk tree, as you can see here. Where is it? There's a special perk tree just for avoiding arrows. Now, there's a lot less perks than Ordinator. I do prefer the Ordinator perks, but they just don't work together, unfortunately. Now, they also changed a lot of other things to make it more immersive, like, when you... Sorry about that, my puppy started barking and I had to wait for him to stop, because, you know, he barks at everything. In any case, what was I talking about? Lore, holidays, JK Skyrim. Oh yes, JK Skyrim. So, every little detail makes the world a little bit more immersive, like things like fish cranes and water wheels. And, oh, Requiem. Right, so you can actually loot their stock, crazily enough. But as you can see here, I'm out of lockpicks. And this is an expert lock. The message it gives you when you try and pick it damn amount of lockpicks is immersive because it's something your character would actually say instead of just a message from the game. However, despite that, I still have follower live package because it just gives so much immersion to NPCs. Now, additionally, I got an armor mod that makes everybody have his long sleeves, and it made the guard armor look really cool. So everybody's wearing long sleeves, they're not going to freeze to death in this cold weather. Speaking of cold weather, I have Frostfall, which gives you hypothermia if you stay out in the cold for too long. So that's going to be a big pain. I also have common clothes and Terra armors, even though the Terra armors are not exactly lore friendly. So those are just going to be special occasion clothes. They're not going to be like my companion's base armor. They're going to be like a thing that rich people have. So Requiem changes just everything, and I'll be going into that in a later episode. I really recommend you just check it out yourself, because it changes everything. Really makes it immersive. And then, what next? Well, that child that I walked past a couple times, Olette, she is a character from interesting NPCs, which adds some followers, but also it adds NPCs that are interesting. Who would have guessed? And she's one of those. She actually has a really interesting backstory, and to quote that, what was his name? Sir Hyles? I think it's Sir Hyles. To quote Sir Hyles from A Song of Ice and Fire, children should be wrapped in swaddling clothes and hung on the wall until their private parts grow in. Then they will be adults. Truly, Sir Hyles was a philosopher for the ages. In any case, I'm now outside, and something I've turned off right now for this demonstration is food, water, and sleep is what you need from the mod. I need food, water, and sleep. And as you look here, footprints! Wait, are the footprints working? Yeah, they are. Check out these footprints! Ha 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 ha! And you know what? Mammoths and giants and bears, oh my, leave their own specific footprints. It's great. Now I of course have an ENB that makes everything, all the light look better, and different light levels have a serious contrast of how they make things look. So as a result of that, my character might go through some changes, because what she's supposed to look like is she's supposed to be young and pretty. However, she's seen some shit, hence the scar, and has a suspicious look on her face because she distrusts everyone. But I'm going to be getting into that next episode. For now, I'm just talking about my mods. Additionally, I have the monster mod, which adds additional monsters. Oh, and look, a wolf. There's a wolf there, which is changed with automatic variants to make them automatically have variants. Now, as you see here, one mod I uninstalled was Hunterborn, because it is super inconvenient. Just so inconvenient. Like, really. It's no good at all. I need to go around the other side to where I'm going. Now, what else? Footprints. Oh, yeah. So speaking of wolves, last time I went full werewolf with several werewolf mods. This time I have one vampire mod, called Better Vampires. So I'm going full vampire this time, not full wolf, because you never go full wolf. Oh, here's some Khajiit. Man, I wish there was an option to make a mod that makes Khajiit look like the various different types of Khajiit, that exist in the lore. Like, there are some types of Khajiit that have human faces, so they tattoo a cat face over their face. That sounds really interesting, and I'd like to play as one of those. But I'm not full furry, so I don't want to play as a Khajiit, even though I find their race really interesting. It's such a shame. Now you might be thinking, why would you want to live in such a snowy area like this? Well, first of all, it's lore friendly, and I thought that was cool. But second of all, look how delicious these gourds look when they're surrounded by snow. And that is because in Skyrim there are a lot of mods that add a sort of oasis to Skyrim. They add a sort of oasis, which let me think for a minute. They added an oasis to Skyrim, which has hot springs or a fireplace or something, and it's really cozy. But those places are all over the place, so why does it even matter? Well, if it's really cold outside, having an oasis where you have all your followers hanging out would be a lot of fun. Wouldn't it? Yes, it would. Yes, it indeed would. Kinda don't want to fight that thing. Good, it's running in the opposite direction I'm going to go to. Additionally, I have a bones mod that just leaves bones of various creatures all around. So this is going to be the thumbnail. Oh, God. This is going to be the thumbnail. Yeah, dead. But that's fine. I wasn't planning on living regardless. Death has fallen on me. You see, look, I have to load a menu. So there's that troll bones, but there's also various other types of bones just laying about. Horses, saber cats, all sorts of bones, and that just makes it look really cool when it's in the snow. Not to mention the footprints, which are amazing. Now, as far as mods that let you communicate with other players, that let you communicate with NPCs, I have Amorous Adventure still, because it's, even though it's not perfect, because nothing is perfect, literally nothing. Even my favorite book, manga, movie, TV show, all of them, I can find flaws with. In any case, what am I thinking of? Flaws. I forgot what I was talking about. I was about to say the flaws of something. What was I about to say the flaws of? Damn it! I hate when my mind goes blank like that. Brain fart. In any case... mods. Alright, Amorous Adventures. Despite its flaws, I still really like it because there's nothing else like it. I also installed some Sex Lab mods that allow you to romance, quote-unquote. I used the quote gesture. You can't see that, though. Allows you to romance other... NPCs that you would normally not be able to do anything with. But now you can romance them. Quote unquote. Also the NPCs have a sex life with the mod Sex Life. So I just installed those two Sex Lab mods and the ones that come with it that you need for them to work. Because, you know, there's a lot of... I'm not gonna lie, there's some weird stuff on that website, Sex Lab, so I just went with the normal stuff to add immersion to the game. Speaking of NPCs, all the NPCs that don't have names, such as Markarth Guard and so on, they all have names now.
Gods, another fight. Filthy pickpocket.
Now... oh, Iron Mace, nice. So, something else is once I start this game, I'm not going to be a murderer. I always play the murderer, so if somebody catches me picking their pocket, I'm just gonna run for it. That is my plan. Now, also, plants yield more results. Look at that, I just got 8 off of that, which is good. So that's one thing. Even though you still only get 2 gourds, even though there are clearly 5 on the plant. What else? I need holidays, winter overhaul. I think I've gotten most of the important ones. So I also have outfit NPCs. which is semi-lore friendly because you can convince people to put on clothes. But like, why would they just wear them forever like that? So it's decent, but really it's just so that I can have NPCs wear cool outfits. Now, previously I had the super skimpy armor pack installed, but I'm like, why did I even have that? So now everybody's wearing long sleeves.
Wait, I know you.
Everyone's wearing long sleeves so that they don't freeze to death in the cold. Look at their footprints! A second set of footprints. So cool. Should those always spin like that? Heh, who knows. Now normally when I would end up in a place like this, I would just murder everyone, but it looks like that's not what I'm going to do this time. I'm not going to kill anyone, because being a murderer has gotten boring. I've killed so many people in so many different ways, it's just boring now. I also got a mod that allows you to... I don't see any enemies. Allows you to milk cows and make dairy. But I don't know how that works. I'm gonna have to look into that. I also have several follower mods, a few of which that I know nothing about and installed without hesitation, and a few that I actually thought through. So I've got Anna's NPCs, which adds NPCs that talk to each other if you have more than one of them following you. Isn't that great? Then, of course, interesting NPCs. And then there's... Oh, this would be a really good place for a screenshot. Riften. Except she looks really old in the dark. In the light, she looks much younger. I guess it's just because she's seen some shit. Seen some things. I need to stop swearing. Or I'm trying to stop swearing is a goal of mine. So yeah, these gourds. So I still have the Leaf Rest player home that I had last time, but you'll appreciate it even more. It's hot springs and bathhouse even more because it's so cold outside. I also got Kaiden because I never finished his quest. I'm still on the fence about Mirai because she has a long quest, but I never once did her romance. So look, imagine having to spend like an hour cutting up this wolf. I'm sorry, but no, I'm not playing Hunterborn. I'm just not. Besides, I still got a wolf heart there. I know Hunterborn is realistic and immersive, but it's just so inconvenient, especially when you want Frostfall more. You'll just stand out there freezing to death as you skin the carcass. I'm not sure why evasion increased, but it did. Anything else? Follower mods. I do not have Recorder, Sophia, Mirai. I don't have those guys because I've already done them quite a bit. Both literally and figuratively. Sorry. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. In any case, I'm going to have... Oh, nor do I have Marisi, even though I never finished her quest either. Although maybe I can install those two and then just play them off camera, Marisi and Mirai, because I never finished their quests. And I'm really interested. And I never did anything with Kaiden. Our relationship never went there. In any case, Oh, right, Inigo. People really praise Inigo all the time, so I've got him. I've also got Ben, the guy from the Bard's College, Ben, from Carry On Skyrim. I forgot his last name. And then also from Carry On Skyrim, I have Marfin, which is an acronym that loosely sounds like Marvin. And in that acronym is a robot that has over 1,000 melancholy funny lines. So I'm really looking forward to that. Although I doubt he's going to have footprints, which is a problem. Unless he has the Centurion footprints, that might work. Based on the description, the author of that mod is very, very proud of the way he turned out, and then wouldn't have him any other way. So I want to use Marvin quite a bit. I also have Clara Goldspirit, which is some rich girl who's suddenly in danger, and she's not very good at anything, but she slowly gets better at doing things ever. So there's that. And, of course, Amorous Adventures does make a few of the followers much more interesting. Look at the skull. See? Just a skull. Right there. So as you can see, all the animals are different colors. Raw meat. Didn't specify what kind? I'm gonna die. Nope. Dead. Alright, good to know. Dying is bad. And furthermore likely, so I'm gonna be careful about that. Now, what else? Any other mods? I've got several player homes, the Debella Cottage as well. I really like that one, as well as a new one like Pine Grove Lodge, which is really nice. And then this one that I forget the name of, but everything is animated, so you like sleep under the covers. Your followers, if you take them there, they'll start making dinner if they feel like it, which is cool. Another thing about Requiem is fall damage is way higher, so you need to be extra careful. So being a vampire would be very beneficial in this playthrough because of the cold, which vampires are immune to, and the other stuff as well. But I think I just crashed a little bit. But that's fine, because I think I'm already said everything I have to say. Let me minimize. Seriously? Let me minimize this. And go and look at, wow, yeah, okay. Never mind, it's super crashed. Well, actually, I think I've got everything. I told you all the important things that I have installed. And that's gonna be for today, everyone. Bye! Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I will answer your question as long as I know how to respond to it. So as long as you ask a reasonable question, I will answer it. I also look forward to episode 1, next episode. Happy December 1st, because that's what day it is as I'm recording this.